Yeah, dead end hip hop.
Dead in Hip Hop, we here with the #1 Gwinnett County representative, Atlanta, Georgia, real Rittz right here.
The number one. Dead in Hip Hop. What's up?
What's good, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Ryatt Fienix show. Supporting Ryatt, SupaHotBeats, Willpower. It's American, you know. So out here chilling. Smith Soul Bar, man. It's a legendary spot.
How did you link up with Ryatt and get in on that track with her off her new project?
Well, me and Willpower go back as far as like when Yellow Wolf was making Trump music, the first Trump music, and just reestablished a relationship since then. So anytime Willpower needs me, you know, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be whoever he's working with, or you know, so. And Ryatt's a great person and very talented, so it was just like dope, you know, instant, you know, chemistry and doing the track. I got a new album coming out, September 9th. Got a tour coming up, 2 months out on the road. Yeah, long tour. Strange is putting a tour together, so it's good, man. A lot of support from the fans. Shout out to all the Strange music fans, and shout out to all my fans, just period. But yeah, it's great, man. It's great. It's a great home. Yeah.
How did that come about, man? Because when I saw it, I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, that's a good look.
Yeah, it was weird. Like Yellow Wolf met Tech 9 doing Yellow Wolf did a song called Worldwide Choppers with Tech 9, and that was at the time where Wolf had me in the studio a lot, and he kind of linked us up. You know, it just seemed like a good place for me. Willpower had did a couple tracks on all 6s and 7s.
Okay. So
it just worked out, man. So you know, we made it happen, and the album came out. It was successful, and everything's been great, man. Yeah. It's been a long road, man. It's still a lot of road to travel. You know, it's I think we're in a day and age of music. You know, some people, you know, get a hit and get on, but if you don't have a hit and get on, you know, so it's a grind, man. You know, everything isn't like that. You know, you gotta work for your money.
How often did you look at it and be like, man, like this shit is not gonna pop, this is not gonna work? You know what I'm saying? Like
I went through a stage of my life. It was probably about 3 months of my life where I was about 30 years old, and I was like, man, I might not make it, you know. So that happened at one point, which was weird. I never thought that day would come, and it happened. And thank God, you know, it passed. So now it's just like, now I guess I made it, but you know, it's still like this shit, you gotta make sure it lasts forever, you know. So if you're not coming out and selling 1 million records, how do you make it last forever? So that's the question. So it's just trying to figure out that way to stay relevant and to keep working and keep making money and keep making good music.
A lot of the fans that watch the show, we get, you know, fans of you as well. I'm pretty sure they're excited to hear about the album coming out. So is there anything you can kind of tell us what to expect with what you got going?
You know, there's not too much I can tell you, to be honest. I recorded, I mean, it's not even like I'm hiding anything. I'm literally, it's so weird. It's like, when I looked at it when I was younger, like when I make it, I thought this big album making process would be this huge planned out process, and it's just like a fucking, like I'm in such a hurry to get this album done before I go on the road. So it's just like, it's not like I'm getting to sit down and make this masterpiece. So it's like, you know, right now I'm in the stages of just, I wrote some songs, I rapped them and memorized them, now I'm starting to hear them come to life, and I'm just hoping that I got good, that I'll top the last one and be as good as the last one. It's not like I thought it was gonna be, but I think that my fans will like it. I didn't switch nothing up, you know, I went with my same formula. You know, I just pride myself in trying to make good music. I kind of drive myself crazy trying to write records and shit, because everything's got to be perfect. So, you know, I think I got a good project, but coming from me in the studio, studio every day, you wouldn't think so. I give myself a hard time, you know what I'm saying?
How'd you come up with your style? You know, because I remember during our last review, I was like, yo, I like Rittz style. I'm from Chicago, so I like Twister, I like the spitters. You know, there's not many guys from the South spitting like that.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So how'd you come up with that?
I was just talking to Bubba Sparks about this shit. My style was weird because like all throughout time, you know, I was a big Twister fan. You know, so I always knew I could, what they say double time now. We used to call it tongue twister. So it's like, I always knew I could do it. I dabbled in it. So around 2004, something like that, after like kind of the Eminem G Unit days, kind of when Lil Jon kind of went and the tracks started getting slower, when I'd rap slow over those slow tracks, I felt like I sounded like every other rapper. So I found a niche in rapping fast over those records. Unfortunately, by the time I found that niche, so did a lot of other white boys in the game and a lot of other people. So, you know, but I felt like I was a little bit ahead of the game and had a lot of influence on certain things that was going on. So, you know, it just happened. It was just trying to find a way to rock over slow beats. You know, I always like laid back records. You know, so and it just happened to be my niche. Unfortunately, you know, with this hair, the fact that I rap fast, man, I'm on stage, I'm hot, I gotta keep my breath up, like I picked the worst way to rap, the worst way to look, like, you know, I'm fucked with it, you know what I mean?
What was your look before the hair?
I had a fresh fade, man. I used to like, I wore polos and dressed, I was priding myself on being fresh, but, and I'm not even, we're at the show right now, so Bubba Sparks is on stage right now. Back in the day, it was Eminem, Bubba Sparks, that was it. There were other white boys, but you know, that's what it was. So, you know, you in Atlanta, you wanted to try to be different and try to get on the radio or try to make your image stand out back in those days, before the internet, all that shit. So I knew I could grow some hair out and look different, you know. So it just happened and it just caught on. That was my look, you know. So it is what it is. Yeah.
It definitely is
yeah, now I can't fucking cut it, man. It's fucking summertime. I got a goddamn skull cap on.
It's part of your brand now. You know what I'm saying? That's how people identify.
And I hate Florida shows, man. I'm on the beach looking like a dick, right? People are like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? I'm blessed, man. Like, I'm just very happy to be rapping for a living. You know, it gets stressful. I'm planning a tour myself, recording an album. Very stressed out. You know, it's a lot of shit. Money ain't like it is what you think it is, and what young people that want to be in the rap game think it is. So, you know, but I always got to remind myself, hey, dog, you could be flipping burgers or you could be doing something else. You gotta be happy that you're doing music for a living or something that you love. You know what I'm saying?
That was actually one of my favorite songs on the mixtape.
Like Jesus.
Yes. And you were talking about, man, I can't stand these Mexicans. I know they talking about me. This, that, and the third.
Dog, so check this out. This is a funny story. This Mexican dude I work with, Jose, hit me in the mouth with a piece of chicken one night, right? Like, we used to fuck with each other, blah. That's where that line, working in the kitchen with a bunch of Mexicans, and I swear these motherfuckers talk about me in Spanish. You know, because the whole line would be Mexican dudes, and it'd just be me. I got cool with them. That's why I feel like I could say that, because I knew how they think. You know, a lot of Mexicans respected that. I was back in the line with them. You know, but this motherfucker, and this was when I get off work at night, I smell like straight barbecue, and I'd have to go hang out with Yellow Wolf at the studio and change in a bathroom stall, the gas station, and try to act like I was a rapper and really was working. And this motherfucker hit me in the mouth with a piece of chicken. Now I haven't been punked out in years, since I was a kid, like getting tested. And I got tested at work, but at that time, and this is funny, I can talk about this, at that time it bothered me so bad because without that job we couldn't have paid the bills. So that was the first time I had to swallow my pride and deal with this motherfucker smacked me in the mouth with a piece of chicken. So shout out to all the crazy Mexicans cooking. But yeah, it was a hard time, man. It was a hard job. It was hard trying to do both things. I had an earpiece in my head, you know, we had a little drive-through, I had an earpiece. I was in the bathroom taking a piss, and a customer came up and was like, "Oh shit, you're Rittz." And it's called, you know, it's false pride. It was embarrassing to me, you know, because but it, you know, it was love, man. It was just like I'll never forget that. I don't ever take that for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the story, it's part of the process, right? It's something tangible that you can hold on to. You know, just as a reminder of why you work so hard now.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I tell upcoming rappers that a lot. Like a lot of rappers, they got a lot of, it's that false pride shit. You feel like you're a rapper and you're somebody, so you don't want to go get a 9 to 5. sometimes when you drop the street shit and go get that 9 to 5 and put that work in, like, hey, I'm gonna put this work in here, you'll get some other good shit that'll happen for you. Cause I believe in God. Like I believe that God sees that you're putting in the effort somewhere else, so maybe you'll get what's coming to you, what you deserve. Take it seriously. So it was one of those things. I put in some hard work, and at that moment, that's when it happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Still a lot of work though. Still a lot of work to do. It ain't happened all the way yet. Shit. Hit me in the mouth with a piece of fuck you, wait. What? This motherfucker did. And I blew up, but I mean, I didn't punch him in his mouth. Like, I wanted to punch him in his mouth, but I know I'd get fired from the job. But it was like a weird situation. Like, you know, I was 30 years old. I mean, I had a grown man hit me in the mouth with a piece of chicken. It was weird, man. You know, and I had to go to the studio right after housework. It was good, and just suck it up and do some music and just hope that it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Did your lips swell up?
Nah, I didn't sweat. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. It's a great story though, and it's a funny ass shit. That motherfucker hit me in the mouth with a piece of chicken.
I did have one more question. You being on Strange Music, working with Yella, having that long-standing relationship, having Will, just being around Will now a little bit more. I hear how diverse he is, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty dope. And Yellow Wolf, he's diverse as hell too. Like, you've been in the studio with a lot of people. Tech 9 is diverse. A lot of these people are diverse. Who's been like, not necessarily the hardest person to work with, but it's like, you heard it, it's like,
Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf. This motherfucker would make, like, put it this way. So if he called me right now, I would have to leave here, and he made me write a verse. Like, hey, you want to get on this? And then you better write your verse, because if not, you're gonna miss the boat. So, which a lot of people that'd be easy, but for me, there was a lot of pressure. I gotta write the best verse ever. This might be my last verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, Yellow Wolf don't give a fuck. He'll make you write the verse, and he wants it right then. I'll go ahead and do this. Call you on a whim too, right when you're at home. You just took your shoes off, got with your girl or whatever. Hey man, I need you to come here. It was a lot of that. Yellow Wolf, man. But things have changed since then, obviously. Me and him came up together, so we respect how each other work. Tech 9 is crazy diverse. One thing that's a big similarity between both of the guys, when you get them in the studio, I work a little different. I've been setting my ways. I've been doing music for a really, really long time. So like, I'm kind of really setting my ways of how I write records. I guess that's why it was so hard to adjust to his schedule. But Yellow Wolf and Tech 9 are very hype and inspired. Like, when they're in the studio, they're so focused. Me, my insecurities run. I get lazy with it sometimes. Those dudes are so focused, and so they'll go all night long. You know what I'm saying? So respect to them, man. They're really hard workers, man. Their work ethic is amazing.
Appreciate you talking to us, man. We got to get you up to the studio.
Yo, I didn't mean to answer the dead end question. Fucked up. I know the name though. What do y'all do? I know the name. I did shit with y'all before, right?
Well, we did the review of your last album, and then you tweeted us.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yo, did I see one of your homies at South by Southwest? I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Y'all all did the review. Yeah, all did the review. Somebody had dreads though.
Yeah, he cut him off.
Yeah. Okay. So don't use that answer. Because when you said that, I was like, how the fuck do I answer this? I don't want to look like I don't know what's going on. No, thank y'all very much, man. Thank y'all.
I'm starting to stop you my mind. Hoping that one day you'll call me a violent. We can be happy together again. And now I got some regret. Well, I was regret what I did. I wonder if strange music in this bitch hands up.